anyone in to start up anything should just put it at the back of his mind that you are going to go through challenges, right? And some will make you cry, like me. I cry almost all the time, but I'm becoming better at that. So now I cry less now.
Again, you're welcome to Larian Consults. Today is a very special day, like a very special day, so people should be as ready as I am, because I'm about to unveil the queen here to you guys. I have my darling sister, my beautiful friend, one woman after my heart here, Jessica. Jessica, you're welcome. Yes, wow. So you're what more than that. If we can bring full band here, we'll bring full band here. You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and you're welcome again. Last time I didn't introduce myself. My name is Anoluapo, and you're welcome to Larian Consults. Today, we'll be discussing the topic how to set up a career for yourself as a young graduate. We know that a lot of people have that problem. It's not easy to just say I want to do something and then you just do it. So we'll be sharing things like that today. A lot of young adults want to set up a career for themselves, but they don't know how to go about it. Jessica, why do you think that is so?
I think basically because some or most persons always want to get it right and perfect at the first shot. So that's probably why they cannot envision getting it perfect at that right at the first time they try. So most of them shy away from the whole idea, you get, because some of them just want to hit it right, which is almost impossible.
Not possible.
So instead of trying or instead of just starting, they just shy away from it completely. I guess that's the reason why most persons find it hard.
At what age did you start a career?
Actually, before my business started properly, I had previously run a series of other businesses. Right? So as an undergraduate, I was doing some things, but my baking business as a business and as a brand started 2 years back. I was age 23.
Before we continue, hold on. Jessica here is a badass baker. Like, just stay to the end of this video. Don't go anywhere. We share small chops here. Don't go anywhere. So your first business was around what age?
My first business was, let's say, at age 19.
19, wow. Yes. What motivated you then?
I just wanted to make money. I just wanted to make money and I wanted to be productive.
So now that you've started your catering business, what was your motivation?
I think it was more of passion and then the zeal to create something for others, like to build an empire that eventually houses a lot of persons and takes a number of persons out of the streets, like give them employment and empower others through our trainings and all that. So it wasn't just the idea of making money, it was about helping myself, empowering myself, making a name for myself, and then assisting others to do the same.
So when you started your catering business, were you already sure from the beginning of that start that was a career for you?
No, nothing like that. I remember when I was in my final year, I had like a series of options for myself. Like, okay, what do I do in between graduation and waiting for service and moving on? And there were a lot of things. Okay, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this. What should I do? And the me in me told myself to do was, okay, I just prayed about it and told God that, okay, whatever it is that is like the direction, let it come forth first before others. Like let a way to that path come forth first. And immediately after graduation, that was in January, I had already saved some money from final year, scamming my parents and everything.
When was I hear this?
So I'd already saved some money, and in 2020 January, I just enrolled myself somewhere and I started learning. And then learning was not, it wasn't just about learning. Immediately I started learning, I had the zeal, yes, to just start off with nothing. I can say that with my full chest, like absolutely nothing, but the zeal to learn and, you know, create something in future.
One thing people don't know, or they might know, is failing and restarting is not always easy. It is not a fun process at all,
No,
you know.
it's not.
And one thing that we do, especially in our generation, is once we have failed once, we don't want to rise again. Not that we don't want to rise, but we are afraid of failing again. So what do you have to say to people who have failed before and are afraid to restart?
Failure is, how will I put it? Failure is like a step to success. Because failure gives you the opportunity to look at where you made mistakes. Failure is not the end. Failure doesn't say, okay, you have failed, all right, that is it, do not move, just stay there. No, failure gives you that push to say, okay, oh, I tried this and here I am, so now what do I need to do to not fail again? Yeah, so restarting is not something, it's not easy at all. Even the most courageous and the strongest and the most successful people did not find restarting so easy, but it's something you just have to do, because now who quits fuck up? There's a slang like that. So
We
now who
feel
quits fuck up? So if you stop there, there's no way now we can actually confirm that you can do this or you could do this, yes, or do that. So it's only when you pick up from the ashes and rebuild, then you have a story to tell. There's no fun story saying, okay, I started and and it's ended badly. Nobody will be interested in hearing that kind of story. But when you pick up from the crumbles and the ruins and then build up, then you have something worthwhile to share. And you have something to even encourage yourself with.
Thank you so much for that. Jessica, what is one thing that you've learned in the course of your entrepreneurial journey that has kept you till now?
A lot of entrepreneurship has shown me Pepe. Like literally showed me Pepe. Okay. What I've learned, I would say, number one is it's not a day's journey. It's not a day's journey. Like you have to even persons that come out, like start off with so much energy and so much force and so much support, it doesn't guarantee success, right? So it's not a day's journey. You have to keep moving. They say Rome wasn't built in a day. So you have to keep moving and keep moving. And even when you feel like you've gotten to a level of expertise, you have to still keep learning, retraining, regrouping, and so I think that's the biggest lesson from my journey so far, that you just have to keep learning and keep getting better. There's no room for stagnancy. Just each day strive to be better. Each day strive to no, I'm smiling.
It's okay.
I'm smiling because there's actually one guy that always puts that in my head. Each day try to learn something new. So each day try to learn something new in your career, in your life. Try to improve yourself, at least by even if it's a little less thing you grab for that day, it makes the day productive and
accomplished.
yes, thank
you. So when we see, I mean, you are not where you used to be, you know, yes, and you are not yet where you are going by the grace of God. But regardless, every success story always sounds very, very interesting. It is, you want to tap into it and just feel the vibe with it. So what is, I mean, there are some things that come with success. Even as you are successful, there are still some things that you can't just take out of it. For you, what is one of those things?
Okay, from my journey so far, right, I cannot say there has been any accomplishment that did not come with a lot of strife. I cannot say that there was nothing like that, because you have to make like extra sacrifices to be able to accomplish or achieve anything. Taking from the last training I went for, last advanced training I went for, I knew how rigorous it was. The distance was one. Like I was literally running around the clock. Like there was no rest. There was just get up, move, come back late, get up, move, come back late. So you get, so every step of the journey, every step of the way, and every accomplishment had a lot of behind the scenes stress, sleepless nights, crying, tiredness, leg ache. But then those are the parts that people don't get to see, right? So they only see the glitz and glams of everything. So anyone in to start up anything should just put it at the back of his mind that you are going to go through challenges, right? And some will make you cry, like me. I cry almost all the time, but I'm becoming better at that. So now I cry less now because I've gained some level of confidence and mastery that, okay, when I even face some kind of challenges, I just with boldness try to look for a way around.
Thank you so much for that, Jessica. That was as brief as that was. I picked a lot of things from it. Really? Thank you so much. What is your opinion about students in secondary school starting a career early? But before you answer, we would like to get the opinion of people, so we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back. So please, do you think students in secondary school should start a business or career early?
Most definitely, why not? It's good.
Yes. The reason is that when you catch the student very, very young, it's better. Because by the time they will grown up properly, they will know exactly where to go to.
Because Nigerian education actually is almost like a scam.
You see, university is not compulsory for everybody, but it's because our leaders are not upright. They want everybody to become a nuisance. Just look at what happened in the university system in this country. ASUU are now on strike for the past 6 months and they have not returned. Most of these the so-called students, some have died, some has been misplaced, some has been misled to a wrong hand in this country. But in the secondary school, when you just catch them young, you show them the way.
And it's also important that beside you having your academic qualifications, you need to have a side job that can augment whatever you have read in school.
In the yesteryears, there is where they are learning work. We believe that learning work is not ideal. Going to the school and then you started looking for the white job collar. The people believe that when you get a white job collar, definitely you will become something in life. But it's not like that.
It's a welcome idea, and it's going to be an advantage for them at the end of the day.
May God Almighty help us, because election is around the corner. May the good God give us the people of his heart, so that we can be going forward, and all these menaces will be corrected.
Do you think it's too early for them to start?
It's never too early to start. It's never too early to start anything productive, anything good.
Yeah.
Okay, so for my opinion, I would say yes. The educational system, first of all, is quite off. It's very unintentional, unpurposeful.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a waste of time,
And unfair.
if I will put it that way, because if you go through the curriculum that is used in schools now, there's no importance. You cannot find any importance. There's nothing that will like train a child or a teenager for the future. You are just basically learning and teaching them unuseful stuff, giving them unuseful knowledge. Because, okay, take which subject will I take, for instance?
PHE.
So basically, if you go through the curriculum now that is in use, there is nothing that tells you that, okay, this child is set out to be a this and this child is set out to be a that. That's why many of us, let me put it that way, we have like a dream, we had like a dream career, and then because you are not you were not intentional, the school, let's not say us, because we were misled. So because the curriculum was not intentional about our future, we just take jump, and anything that is given us, we take it and study.
Can I comment?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I think the basic thing is for children to be taught to have an open mind and a teachable spirit as they are growing. There are some, just like in US for instance, the type of education they get is overall training of the mind of the child.
What the mindset?
Whereby when things are evolving, the person is capable of picking up with what is evolving. For instance, we knew that being a lawyer, engineer, doctor was what was tagged as a lucrative career as we were growing up. But as it is now, is not on the top 10 lucrative careers that you can see. But if a child was trained in wholesomeness to be able to pick up essential, when you are growing up, your mind is already open to pick up something that is important at that point in time. The essential thing is the wholesome training of a child in a way that they can be open-minded as they are growing to check out things that are productive, that can make them better, and not be fixed. You see people spending 5 years writing jam because they say nothing or nothing, medicine or nothing. They already fix their mind that this is what will give me success in life. But if a child is trained in a way that is trained wholesomely, even if you end up not doing the medicine, engineering, whatever professional course you intend, you must succeed in life, because your mindset is a mindset of success.
Yes.
So I think children should be first taught in the secondary school what it means to be successful, what success is. Success is not on the career you personally choose, but success is, they should be given a new definition of success and not the conventional or the orthodox one that we have.
Thank you so much, Jude. Thank you so much. You gave me my next question. Thank you. So do you think that young adults should fully depend on their certificates? University certificate?
And that one, that's a big no, in my opinion. I would not advise anyone to depend fully on the certificate, because going by what we see now, the standards of the university and all that, most times they teach off. They're not focused on the training of the individual. They are more centered on finishing the semester and moving on, and graduating students and just moving on. So most graduates come out half-baked because they just went through school, but school did not go through them. Like the essentials of whatever it is, they even need for whatever career it is. So my advice for everyone is, as it's good as you've gotten that certificate, but you need to train and retrain. If you are bent on going on that your career, go out, look for more practicable and more like
reliable skills.
Yes, even like reliable sources, like modern sources, modern information on that your career, as well as join it with a lot of other things, because tomorrow is not assured. Tomorrow is not assured. We don't know where. Okay, like years back, we know some top tier professions and careers, but moving on now, we see that most of those careers are not even anywhere close to being top tier. And what happened? Evolution has happened. So I would not advise anyone to depend totally on any certificates gotten, especially the one gotten from school. There are so many 1,020,000 soft skills that one can pick up on the along the way and develop it into a beautiful career.
Thank you so much, Jessica. What is one information you wish someone told you when you were 16 in respect to your career and your future that would have helped you if you had known earlier?
That was a tough one. I think that would be just start. Just start. I think that would be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Just start. You don't have to have everything figured out. Just take a step at whatever direction it is, and then whether it's going to be successful or not is what the future holds, right? But just start.
Okay.
Don't delay.
And finally, thank you so much, Jessica. Can you give one word or any advice to young entrepreneurs or young graduates who want to start or who have not started but they are dreaming big? Just say something to them to encourage them.
Okay, we are encouraged. You are all encouraged. Like, you are encouraged, first of all, because looking at the situation of the country, the frustration level is getting high. There are a lot of vices to pick up if you are not disciplined. There are a lot of things that can easily take you off your focus. There are a lot of persons making it so quick, but illegally. So I think just my advice to anyone that has started his entrepreneurial journey or thinking of starting, be disciplined, be focused on the goal. Be focused on the goal. Put your eyes on the goal, like at every point in time. Even when things are not adding up, just make sure that your eyes are fixed on the goal and keep moving towards it gradually to eventually align and make sense.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so much for that. I hope you guys have learned a lot from today's program. I want to encourage you that whatever it is that you want to start, don't give up before starting. It is always hard. Once you have an idea, try as much as possible to execute it, because there is never a perfect time. And believe in yourself. Encourage yourself. Be your number one cheerleader, and you can do it. Thank you again for that session. Thank you so much. Before we go, you know how we do it. On Larian Consult, we advertise a brand per show, and the reason why we do that is because we want you to grow as we are growing. So today we'll be advertising our very own hair. Yes, Jessica here is the chef, the CEO, the creator of Tasty Crust Kitchen. Yes, they cook bulk food, they make chops, they do snacks, cakes and everything. So their handle is going to be displayed here. Whatever you want, please reach out to Jessica here.
Please reach out to Jessica here.
And don't forget to follow Larian Consult on all social media platforms. And please follow Jessica to her handles are going to be displayed here. Thank you very much once again for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.